One, I'm not making an announcement about logistics. I'm actually going to say something with substance. It's my pleasure this evening, or afternoon I should say, to get into some thank yous. But before I do that, I'd like to say just a little bit about the Commonwealth Partnership for Democracy. You've heard a few people mention this partnership a few times, and you're probably wondering what exactly it is. Well, it's a program that's funded by the UK government, and it's formally partnered by the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, who I work for, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association UK branch, and the Commonwealth Local Government Forum. And we've been tasked to work over a period of 2 years in 18 countries across the Commonwealth. So we're working with 18 parliaments, and in some cases local governments, to address the question of accountable democracies and political inclusion. And so, of course, we also don't have a very easy task at all, but we are in our small ways trying to share our expertise, experiences, and to gather people around these questions of how to tackle political inclusion. Here in Malaysia, or before I say that, a big part of this program is that we'll be working across all 4 Commonwealth regions, so Asia, the Pacific, Caribbean, and Africa. And so we're taking ourselves and all of our everything that we've brought to this conference to each of these regions. And this is the first one that we've done, the first one here in Asia, in Malaysia. And I really have to thank the British High Commissioner and the British High Commission, who have championed gender equality and advancing women and girls for a number of years here in Malaysia. And they were very, very helpful in helping us speak to the Honourable Speaker last year in November when we came, to present him our idea that Malaysia would be the best place at this time, in this moment in Asia, to host this type of event, bringing together people from across the region. And he very graciously said yes. So my first big thank you is to him for giving us this venue and space and the generosity of the last 2 days. So big thank you. And to the Parliament team as well, who I don't know if they're still in the room, but they've been running around doing everything behind the scenes. They've done wonderful work. I'd also like to thank all of our international guests who've come in, Mayor Rosie, our colleagues from Sri Lanka and India, from Tunisia, from Canada, from Pakistan. We've had all of you come here not just to share very graciously your insights and your thoughts, your learnings, your own personal stories, but also to learn. And I really thank you for opening yourselves up to that. So thank you for being here. And as Shannon and many of you have said, the very big challenge of gathering women in a room together for 2 days is that you have a lot of things to sort out before you can invest in your own selves and your time to reflect. And so I thank you for making that commitment to be here for the last 2 days. I know some of you had to come in and come out, but that's a natural part of it. And I really hope that you've taken away from this something that's been very useful. But also I thank you for sharing of your time and your thoughts and your presence here over the last 2 days. So my big, big, big thanks to all of you. So in our very, very first session, Shannon outlined 4 things that we hoped that you would do, and they're very constructive verbs that we used. We said we wanted to explore living case studies. We said we wanted to discuss and identify key opportunities. We said we wanted to construct shared action points, and that we wanted to build and strengthen networks. And after doing all this, what happens next? Well, Herbie is going to make another appearance in a minute, who will help us do that. But after all of this is done and everyone's gone home, we'll be sharing with you a write-up from the last couple of days. And we hope that that's really useful for you in whatever work that you're pursuing to advance this cause. But also we hope that we've shared with you a really strong analytical model that you might use to challenge the way that you think about the way that you're acting and thinking about outcomes, thinking about how to solve problems, maybe not all of them, but targeted ones, and how to think about Parliament in a new way, because it is a new Parliament. There are new faces, there's new structures, there's new committees. How do we use Parliament to our advantage here? And as you've seen from the group of people that gathered here, it wasn't just the CSOs, it wasn't just the business community, it wasn't just academics, but certainly all the YBs who've given up their time, and ministers as well, to be here. So they're interested in this as well. What also happens next for CP4D is myself and my team, we're heading to Uganda in 2 weeks. We will be convening a group of 200 participants from across 10 African Commonwealth countries to discuss youth participation in politics. That's one of their biggest challenges there, with some of the youngest countries in the world in terms of population age, and what their challenge is to bring young people into the decision making. So, and then after that, we'll progress on to the Pacific and the Caribbean. So if you want to keep posted on our journeys, on our travels, on the work that we do, we've got lots of social media signs up there, but otherwise contact us as well directly. We'd be happy to share with you our many, many experiences and what we ourselves learn. But for now, I hope that you have explored, I hope that you have discussed, that you have constructed, and that you have built, and that you'll continue to build on whatever issue that you're most passionate about in our collective quest for more women in leadership. So with that, I'll leave you. Oh, and the last thing I'd say is, as with every good event, we have evaluation forms, so you can tell us what you have and haven't learned and how well or not well we've done our job. And my colleagues will be handing that out shortly. So I would like you, if you could please fill that up and return that, that would be really great. But on behalf of myself, the CP4D team, WFD team, and all of us here, thank you very much for your time.
Can I thank my partner in crime, Ivy. Very good to benefit from all her experience.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've learned so much from Shannon and from most of all from you. I think it's been amazing having the savants here. Somebody who's been working on this issue for so long. It's great to have that kind of interface. And also, of course, I want to especially thank the deputy ministers,